Welcome. Today we are journeying to the Horn of Africa and let's pick its black jewel, Somalia. Somalia stretches along the Indian Ocean with the longest coastline in mainland Africa. 3,300 kilometers of pure beachline. The land is mostly arid savannas, deserts, and dry plateaus, but its coastline shelters thriving coral reefs and mangroves. Let's discuss the people and Somali culture. Somalis are known for their tall, lean East African build, a genetic gift that makes them elite long-distance runners. Their culture is deeply tribal and Islamic, with strong oral poetry traditions, camel herding heritage and a love for storytelling and music on the oud. Have the traditional Somali and Sudanese attire, including the darak, gabrasar, and thobe, combines elegance and cultural significance. Somalis chew khat, a mild stimulant leaf, a huge part of their daily social life. Khat contains the alkaloid cathepsin, a stimulant which causes greater sociability, excitement, mild loss of appetite and mild euphoria. Coming to their economy and infrastructure, Somalia's economy runs on livestock exports, fishing, and money transfers from its diaspora. The gross domestic product is just approximately $13 billion. Below are their key metrics. Population, approximately 18.4 million. GDP per capita, $775.94. Their GDP growth is projected at 3.7% with an inflation 4.3%. Life expectancy relatively low, around 55 to 59 years. Literacy rate is extremely low at approximately 42%. Their main enemy is poverty, which is significantly high, with an enormous portion of the population living below the poverty line, $3 a day. Somalia's human capital index is very low, reflecting significant challenges in health and education outcomes that impact the productivity of its workforce. High rates of malnutrition, particularly among women and children, further hinder human capital development. However, the fertility rate is 6.20 births per woman. Japan needs to take lessons from Somali folks. A surprising twist. Somalia has one of Africa's cheapest mobile money networks. Hormid Telecom dominates digital cash, making the country nearly cashless despite poverty, but infrastructure is weak. Most roads are unpaved, electricity is patchy, and water access remains poor. Hormid Telecom is a leading organization of Somalia. Their other companies include Somali Stock Exchange, SSE, a bourse established to attract investment in the country's reconstruction. Bank of Somaliland, a financial institution headquartered in Hargeisa. Wadag Technologies, a tech company specializing in IT services, web development, mobile app development, etc. Ranked among the top startups in Somalia. Then, Igwali Real Estate, Somali Postal Express, Sonkad Group, and Boseso Tannery, which manufactures carpets and leather goods. Be sure to check it out. It's quite impressive. Now the one thing we should partake to live. Food and lifestyle. Somali cuisine blends Arabian, Italian, and African flavors. The highlights are Barius iskukaris, Somali spiced rice, kanjiro, a spongy pancake, like Ethiopian injera, halwa, sticky sweet made from sugar and ghee, also popular in India, especially in the south. Tamil Nadu, for breakfast, camel milk, a national favorite. There are no global fast food chains, but local joints serve grilled goat meat and banana on rice, eaten together. Like we said, Somalia's literacy rate is low, but education is slowly improving. Ahmad University is one of East Africa's oldest Islamic educational institutions. In science and tech, Somali research scholars abroad contribute to agriculture and drought-resistant farming projects. If they perfect this, it can work out wonders. Somalis are legendary runners. Abdi Bile won Somalia's first World Athletics gold in 1987, and many Somalis dominate marathon events worldwide. Football is the most popular sport, but the national team struggles internationally. No harm, they will find their pace and perform. Entertainment and media. Somalia once had a thriving cinema industry in Mogadishu, but decades of war destroyed it. Today, Somali music thrives in the diaspora, with stars like Kanan, Waven, Flag. This song will forever be in the heart of every kid who enjoyed football. The energy it resonated was just beyond comprehension. Apart from that, here are some popular Somali movies. Somalia is infamous for piracy off its coast, especially from 2005 to 2012, when Somali pirates hijacked dozens of international ships. Yes, the story of Captain Phillips, we all know about it. It has now come to an end, at least in majority of the waters. Still, they may be operating secretly, we don't know. If this wasn't enough, on land there are cases of kidnapping and abductions, especially in rural area. An extremist militant group Al-Shabaab controls parts of the south. The Somali army is underfunded, relying heavily on African Union peacekeepers. Now, the heated question of the hour: should you travel to Somalia? I'll tell you honestly, tourism is a gray area, and while it's very limited, it has superb potential with breathtaking sights. Unfortunately, the current tensions and crime sums the overall experience to almost zero. There are tour groups who operate securely and can take you there, and if you're crazy enough to visit, your safest bet is Hargeisa in Somaliland, a semi-autonomous region, which is relatively peaceful. Some of the sites you should see if you get an opportunity and if it's safety enabled. Lido Beach, beautiful coast, and yes, at wrong times can be dangerous, so be careful. Hargeisa, safest Somali city. One can roam around in the markets, use the cashless mobile network system, and explore the cuisine and city. There are also other beaches like beaches of Berbera, and coming to monuments and historical structures you can visit. Isle. Remnants of colonial era buildings and Dulbahint Garisas, structures from the Dervish period. There's also a MiG jet memorial, Hargeisa, a memorial dedicated to the Somali Air Force's MiG fighter jets. Other tourist sites include Let's pay a visit to Mother Nature's wild children. Somalia's forest cover is very limited, with natural forests accounting for only 0.25% of the land area in 2020. Deforestation is a significant issue, driven by factors like charcoal production, livestock grazing, and drought. Some of the unique animals in Somalia are Somali wild ass, a critically endangered subspecies of the African wild ass, found in Somalia, Eritrea, and Ethiopia. Hirola, also known as hunter's hartebeest. This critically endangered antelope is found primarily in Somalia and Kenya. Somali pigeon, an endemic pigeon species found only in Somalia. Larks. Several endemic lark species, including Alaman hamertoni, Heteromyrifera arcari, Miraphra ashi, Miraphra somalica, Spizicoris aviensis, and Cardulis johannes. Endemic reptiles: Somali saw-scaled viper, Somali carpet viper. Endemic insects: a flower beetle, scarabs, tiger beetles, ground beetles, and longhorn beetles are also unique to Somalia, and the Somali dromedary camel, blue-necked ostrich. Some more bonus weird and lesser-known facts. The land of camels, Somalia has more camels than any other country in the world, over 7 million. Camel milk is so crucial that people drink it fresh, sour, or even fermented as a delicacy. Long before piracy, Somalia was an ancient trade hub for frankincense, myrrh, and spices during the Egyptian and Roman empires. Somali merchants supplied Cleopatra with incense. The Somali language only got its official written script in 1972, making it one of the newest written languages in the world. Somalia's old banknotes had pictures of camels and goats, a rare feature in Islamic countries where animal depictions on money are uncommon. Somalia hides some surreal natural wonders, barely known to the world, like Las Gil Caves, 5,000-year-old rock paintings, oldest in Africa. Lag Badana Marine Park, untouched coral reefs, now inaccessible due to war. In the 2000s, pirate towns like Isle became rich overnight. Pirates built luxury villas with ransom money, turning fishing villages into mini boomtowns. Somalis rank among the tallest in Africa, averaging 5 feet 11 inches for men, with some tribes known for extreme height, attributed to Nilotic genetic heritage. Caught chewing isn't just social, it's a $400 million yearly business, with daily shipments flown from Kenya and Ethiopia just to keep Mogadishu supplied. Somalia has a near-mythical population of black-maned lions and rare cheetahs in its south, now heavily poached and rarely filmed. Despite war, Mogadishu had cheap internet cafes in the middle of active battle zones as early as 2010, $1 per hour, powered by private satellite links. Now what the future holds for Somalia. If peace holds in Somaliland and piracy remains low, it could boom in fishing and port trade, but political instability and drought still threaten millions. I mean, just for a measure, Somalia's fishing sector has significant potential but faces challenges related to data collection, illegal fishing, and lack of infrastructure. Somalia's fishing sector has the potential for significant revenue generation, with estimates suggesting it could reach $2 billion annually. Somalia's Exclusive Economic Zone, EEZ, is estimated to be capable of producing 380,000 to 500,000 metric tons of fish annually, but current production levels are much lower, again due to aforementioned reasons. The drought in Somalia is primarily caused by climate change and exacerbated by conflict and environmental degradation. Climate change leads to rising temperatures, decreasing rainfall, and more frequent extreme weather events, while environmental degradation like deforestation and overgrazing makes the land more vulnerable to drought. So Somalia has a lot of holes to fill in, and one by one their first aim is to suppress the militant situation, neutralize the crimes and kidnapping and promote education. Then move on to improve the fishing industry and enhance farming. Well, I think that covers all. That's probably the best about Somalia. Again, plan securely and investigate if you plan to travel. One can see travel views online and can think it's safe, but always be vigilant and verify. I am sorry I use synthetic voice, but as per current situation it's the optimal setting. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.